today take a look at the Pixel LED video light. That's nice. Got actually a pretty cool case here. Ooh. So that's kind of nice. So it does use the Sony NP style batteries. And one thing I noticed is that there's actually two of them in here. I was expecting there to only be one. Look at that. So it has this GoPro style mount right here. It's definitely a lot bigger than a GoPro style mount, but I mean, it's, you know, if you're familiar with a GoPro, then you know how this thing works. Then we got the standard light adapter right here. Then on the back, we got the slot for the Sony NP style batteries, power button, settings, knob, button, and then the power jack. So we got the instruction manual. I actually like this because it's thick, but it's small, so very good. And here we got the AC adapter. So this will just plug in right here. Plug that into the wall, and then plug the other side right into the light. And then lastly, we got our light stands. So pretty nice length. I think we're looking at about 6 feet here, plus the length of the light itself. Like, this thing isn't short. So we can drop this guy on here, lock that down. So now we can get different angles, so we can have it pointing up toward the ceiling. If we want to get like a nice diffused light to just kind of rain down from the top, we can do that. Then of course forward or pointing down, depending on what your application is. So out of the box, we can adjust down. There we go. There is a lot of adjustment on this guy. And if I press the button, then we can change the color temperature. Wow, goes all the way to 8500K. And down to 2500K. So that is fantastic. All right, so now we can do hue. Holy moly. Oh, wow. So that's interesting. So it starts out every different setting at 0, but you can bring it up to 100. However, when this one's already set to 100, then it stays at 100. So it remembers where you were the last time. So that's good. So in the white light, where you can change from a warm light to a cool white, I left that at 100, so it's still at 100. And when I changed to RGB, that one's still at 100 because I set that at 100. Bring the saturation down. That's cool. All right, so let's change the hue. Nice. I like how easy it is to just get that dialed in exactly how you want it. Like, there's a lot of movement on the knob to get there, but you can get that fine, precise detail real easily. All right, and now we can set it by RGB. So depending on how you prefer setting things, that's how you can do it. So right now I'm setting the red all the way up. I'm assuming this is 100. Okay, so I'm going past 100, so it's not a percentage. All right, 255. And if I hit the button in the middle, I can add some green, hit it again, add some blue. Then I can hit the setting button again. And here we have effects. So this is lightning. Okay. And I got lightning 2. Cinema. So if you're looking for that TV viewing look, you can use that. Police. Ambulance. Fire truck. So it's just red. It says fast RGB. So this is going to have a nice little rainbow effect. Slow RGB. It's the same thing, but it's going to be transitioning a little slower. SOS. It's kind of cool. Candlelight. Actually kind of nice looking. And then back to lightning. So that's all the effects. So what I'm finding is cool about this is we got our white light, right? In the second one, we can set a certain color, but we can set that using hue and saturation. And if we hit it again, we've got the same thing, but with RGB. So if I have two particular colors that I want, so I've got red, I can use that with the hue. And then for the second color setting, I can just use RGB. So Let's go ahead and turn the blue up. So now I've got more of a purple. So now if I just hit the setting button a couple of times, I've got red, then I got purple. So that's one cool way of just being able to run through that. I'm curious. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. Yeah, that's saved. So now if I unplug it and then plug it back in, yep, it saved it there too. So this actually has an internal memory that's going to remember the settings that you have. So that's great. Most of these lights, they don't have that. So that's fantastic. So we also have Bluetooth and it has a power indicator. Now there's no battery in here currently, so that's not going to really show anything. But yeah, that is a nice light. There we go. That is pretty cool.